Hello there. So I have a lot of people asking for samples, and if you're not able to join a masterclass or watch a replay or simply just set up a call with me, I'll take you through this. I thought I'd just do a quick recording to share with you a couple of the last houses that I did with clients. And keep in mind, I'm not a realtor. I'm literally a coach trying to help people execute and turnkey a simple rental property here in Canada. So a lot of clients that do a lot of different coaching programs and then they don't actually pull the trigger and make the purchase. And I will say, even in shopping for clients, it's not that easy. That's, I think, the challenge, and you lose steam. So sometimes it can take me 3 months to find a property. Sometimes it can take me 6 months, but I'm really patient and I'm unemotional about it. You're buying the property, not me. You're paying me a fee. I'm going to actually take you through that at the end just to not be weird. And if this at all has sparked your attention or you'd like to set up a call with me, then I encourage you to do that. I do charge $47 for my calls because my time is valuable and I actually want you to show up. If I didn't charge the $47, I get no shows. So, and I always do a money back guarantee. If you did the call with me and we'd look at your numbers and you're like, I didn't learn anything, and you don't like the vibe and you want your $47 back, that's fine. Just show up for the call. So, that all being said, that's sort of how my process works. And hopefully, you find this really interesting. So, what I did, here we go. So, real sample houses that I've just done. So, I'm going to go with my first triplex right now. So, this is So I'm going to go with the first triplex I want to show you. So the purchase price is $489,000. And this one we're just in the process of negotiating. So in all fairness, I don't know if it will sell for $489,900. I hope so. But I'm going to show you the other triplex, which is my comparable that we actually purchased. And it was $575, and that's what we paid for it. So I'm somewhere between $489 and $475. Probably this house, based on the math, will land around $550 is my guess. But again, don't have a crystal ball. We can follow up after. We can have the call in 2 weeks from now. This will be sold. And hopefully we have purchased it. But right now, this is a real life, real time example that we could get for $489 with that $97,000 investment. So most of my clients, we can go to less expensive, but we're not going to get to the really sweet cash flow. We do have to go to a little larger investment, more tenants to get to more cash flow. So if you have the 150, then I have more options out there. If you have 50,000, which sometimes I do that comparison, there is still houses out east that we can pick up for like 250, 270 in that price range. The last one I did was 279, but it's not going to cash flow day one. That's just the reality with the current interest rates. So I'm not trying to convince anyone to buy real estate. I am simply here to help you execute. If you want some help, peace of mind, I'm probably like the lowest cost real estate investment coach, I believe, right now in Canada, and the people that find me appreciate me, and my fee is a write off. So I'm really pretty inconsequential in terms of cost. And I'm here to just unlimited help people analyze, find, get property management, turnkey your rental property. I don't want you to be the landlord. I don't want you to take tenant calls. If you want to do those things, then have at or go learn everything and go do all the work. But I like to travel. I've owned, between me and my partner, 12 rentals, and we haven't taken a tenant call in 20 years. So that's my vibe. I was an operations COO for a national telecom company. So I'm ops and systems and automation as much as bloody possible. I kind of like the whole work smarter, not harder. And yeah, so that's philosophically what my strategy is around why I'm trying to help people execute buying rentals. So now to get to the juice of it all. So 49 purchase price, 97,000 down payment. It's a $391,000 mortgage. If I'm going to use actually like 4%, maybe 4.5 actually. Let's just be realistic right now. 4.5%, 30-year amortization. These are the rents, so only one unit is vacant. So these are very real. I buy in this city, in this area all the time. So this is all realistic, 4,000 income. You can see the property here. It's super cute. You can see the address if you want to check it out. Go try to do everything yourself. But I'm helping to, put it all together for you. So property taxes, insurance, mortgage payments, Bank fees, property management expenses, $225. I've got some VIP incentives with the property management companies that I use across the country. So I negotiate well on your behalf to get some extra perks. I always put like a couple $100 a month, so $400 a month for maintenance. Things are going to happen with a house. It is a house purchase. Things like roofs and windows, I go into that more in my course and my program, how we manage capital, how we manage reinvestment, how we manage to grow the portfolio. But for this quick video, this is the math. So literally $643 a month of cash flow. So this is premium. Now I've been watching for this property probably for 6 months. There's only been one other house that was an option to buy. So these don't come up that often, but when they do, we've got to be ready to make an offer. So that's what's going to happen tomorrow with my clients. And then we've got this other triplex that we did buy, super cute, renovated house, finished basement. It's got all my check boxes. I am really detailed when I'm searching for a house. I work with my clients. I only have 15 clients a year. That's all I take on. And yeah, it's got to be just like beautiful, appreciative, like kind of situation. But I look at houses as if I'm gonna, buy them myself. So that there's just more to it than just the money. That's kind of the bottom line. But in this case, this is all rented. These are real numbers. 116,000 down. These are all real numbers. And we've got actual interest rate we got on this one was 4.44. So again, real. And we ended up doing full 100% leveraging because the cash flow was so good and my clients are still working and making income. So that made sense, 100% finance. But if you've got the cash flow, but that's a good point. If you've got a house and we can leverage, we're going to look at that. That's why my phase one, I do a lot of math with you. I figure out your budget. I'm here to really coach you through retirement planning and how to add real estate to create you that long-term income and generational wealth. So in this case, with the full purchase of the house, it's $627,000. And you can see here my fee is a 100% tax write-off. So my clients actually effectively end up paying $7,500. So you get about $4,000 back in tax. So out of pocket, I'm like $3,500. So my program is awesome. And if this is getting you excited or you're thinking, I would like to do this and I'd love Tracy's help, then set up a call or just email me back or whatever. Let's connect. And the last one I think that's really super cool. This is again taken a long time to find, not a long time, like 4 months, but we're scouring all over Canada, really. We're not just set to Ontario. We're not just set to New Brunswick. We're not just set to Nova Scotia. We're not just set to Edmonton and Saskatchewan and Alberta, and Winnipeg. Like we're Manitoba, whatever, my geography. But I've got agents and I've got realtors and I've got property managers in all of these various cities working hard for me to find me great products. So you're getting really to the inside person that's going to work on your behalf to help you execute on your rental. In this case, the rent's $36.47. The price of this place is $439, and we do plan to make an offer on this property. So only $87,000. So I like this one because we're all in for $100,000. Pros and cons, probably not going to see the same equity growth as the triplexes. So this is, the whole figuring out what is your goals. But overall, we got $732 a month in cash flow. And I'm always checking that the roofs are new, furnaces, like we're trying to mitigate capital costs. So hopefully these are like real examples. One we actually got the purchase in for, but I know the math, I know the numbers, and I know based on people's budgets what I'm out there shopping for. And I'm shopping from anything from my entry level clients are that sort of $250 budget, $300,000 budget. They got about 50, 60 grand to invest. Whether it be savings or equity. Then I've got clients that have got an inheritance or they've got, they've sold something or they want to go to larger multifamily, and that's totally fine. I don't really care what I'm shopping for. I have a system and I just follow that system. So I'm just going to go through a little bit about the program now just so you can see the details. If you're not able to make the masterclass, we'll be going through this at the masterclass as well. But My program it takes about 6 months. The reality is, anyone that comes on board, I'm going to be working with you for over a year because I'm going to help you with your first year taxes as well. And so it just depends on how much you want to learn about real estate, but there is a fully comprehensive course that I get people to watch so you know my system. But again, I do everything with you one on one. So it's a completely one on one program. There's elements of some group coaching and obviously a private community of my clients, which is awesome. But this whole part here is really the guts of the program, the coaching, the learning. And I believe you learn from my program what you would learn in any other real estate investment training. I've taken the courses, I've spent 50 grand myself. So I've tried to take kind of the best of the best, how to do this if you're busy, you don't want to become a landlord, you don't become a flipper, you're not trying to, do all this work. You're not trying to create an income, like one-time income. You're trying to create long-term passive income with real estate. So that is what this is all about. Um, from here, we've got, oh, let me just click this button. Let's see if that'll work. Sort of worked. Let's just do this. Yeah, okay, perfect. So the concierge elements of the program, which is where I think I've kind of put this together extra special, is I do full VIP. So one-on-one VIP introductions to mortgage brokers, realtors, lawyers, insurance brokers, and the property management companies. So all of that work that you would normally have to do on your own, you don't have to worry about that. You're just going to come to me and I'm going to guide you. Second, I literally onboard you with the property management, and they're CC'd on every email, work orders until they have tenants. And then we're doing your workbooks. I've got all the tools to make this as simple as possible. My goal is that you only spend 1 hour a year on your rental property. And of course, I'm there to mentor you, guide you, teach you kind of well doing as you get the tenants. The whole point is I want you to run this like a business. So as a COO, as a business leader, you know how to delegate. You know your time value of money. You want to make a good investment. That's it. I just want to be diversified in our money and our portfolio and set us up for a lovely little retirement that's not stressful. So I prepare and train you for the first year of taxes, I just went through that with a whole bunch of clients. They love it. And honestly, at this point, my clients will just reach out to me annually for a small fee, and I'll just update their spreadsheets, update their net worth, update the plan, and make sure they're doing their taxes for their rentals without stress. So it's kind of fun, actually. I love it. You do get my Design Your Reality box, which is the core part of my business. This is about trying to design a beautiful life and a beautiful cash flow and not be stressed, not overthink things. So Design Box is your manifestation tool. And then I also do monthly group coaching and training, which I run simulations. So depending on how much you want to learn, there's additional training that you can take. But again, a lot of my clients are super busy and we just want to get a rental property. And always that's the goal in mind. Just everybody is a little bit different. And because I'm dealing with so few clients, I get to really work with everybody and customize kind of what you need. But with the end goal that you end up with that rental property that fits your budget, makes sense, and that is going to be turnkey and pretty passive. And then I've got the community group. So that is the program. I believe, and I know from my clients, if I charge $10,000, they would be in line with what everyone else is out there charging. But at this point, I'm still offering it at a discount because it just feels good. It feels good to do it for this sort of $7,000, $6,997. It's a write-off, so it's like $3,500. So anyone that we connect, if I connect with you and you like my program and I like you and I think you're going to appreciate my help and I can get you to the end goal, then I'm probably your girl. So set up a call, let's talk about it, and hopefully this was really helpful. It was quick, 15 minutes. So you got a really like a consolidated masterclass in here and real numbers and hopefully a vibe of how I communicate and how I teach and how I can help you buy a simple passive rental property right here in Canada. I will share with you the link and hopefully we will connect and chat soon.